Hello, what up? This is JS with a new deck profile. We're talking about Amazonas, the Femdom deck profile. So we'll just get right into it. So you play 3 of Amazonas Swordswoman. She's one of the best because your opponent will take any battle damage that you would take, so that's pretty dope. 3 Sage. Sage pops spells and traps after damage step. Or, well, after damage calculation. So, just keep that in mind. She's pretty good. She's your main spell and trap popper. 2 Queen. Queen is... it's one of the main combo pieces because it helps out a Swordswoman. Because now Amazonas monsters can't be destroyed by battle. And then Swordswoman you just keep crashing with Swordswoman. So, it's important to bring her out, but I only played 2 of her, because I have ways of bringing her back if she does die, or if someone just gets rid of her, pretty much. And then 2 princesses. Princesses become queens for pretty much polymerization, because you make from the extra deck Empress or something like that. But she also, when she's normal summoned, you get to add a Amazonas spell and trap. So it makes things really consistent, so it's actually really good. I play her at 3, but I only have 2 right now, so yeah, I'd probably maybe cut a tiger. But also, when she battles, you can send 1 Amazonas monster from your hand or field, or I believe it's just 1 card, maybe. Yeah, 1 other card from your hand or field to the graveyard and special summon an Amazonas monster. So pretty much you'd attack with her, you'd special the queen, and then after that she wouldn't get destroyed, but now you have a queen on board, which would be pretty good. Yeah, be pretty good. And so 2 baby tigers. This one you should only play 2. It kind of gets really slow because you can only have, well, you can only do pretty much the baby tiger once per turn, and there's just no point of really having a whole bunch of them on the field. And you can search it with Amazonas Call, so it's not that bad. But pretty much you'll combo this with Princess, so you'll send this from your hand, and then after that you'll pretty much special summon it, because you'll summon an Amazonas monster from your graveyard. Or, I mean, from your deck, because Princess, but you'll special summon Baby Tiger from your graveyard. So that's why it's really good. Otherwise, its second effect of just gaining attack and defense for each Amazonas card, or it's just attack. Anyways, it's just attack. Gaining that from every Amazonas card in your graveyard is really pointless. It really does nothing, so I'm not even going to bother with that. 2 tigers. I would cut a tiger down for another princess. But otherwise, 2 tigers, mostly in case of polymerization, and it's a decent card. Your opponent has to attack tiger if, but yeah, I'd prefer just to play it at 1, but I just don't have another princess right now, so 2. I play 2 fighters. Fighters just there to kind of stall out. If someone kind of gets rid of some of my plays, it's kind of important to have another monster you can search out that would kind of sit there without having to take any damage, because she makes it so that no battle damage is taken. So yeah, it's kind of important to grab her out if things are going slow, because yeah, you don't want to die immediately. 2 Paladin. Paladin gains the 100 attack for each Amazonas monster you control, so including herself. She's not amazing, but she's an Amazonas monster, so, you know, it's helpful to have something that's kind of a little bit bigger than most of the monsters that you have here, because things will kind of get slow with this deck. It's not like the fastest thing in the world, but it's pretty consistent. So 3 Village. Village, if the Amazonas monster is destroyed by card effect, or by battle, I believe, you can special summon 1 Amazonas monster from your deck with a level less than or equal than that monster. Well, level less than, so that means monsters like if Queen dies, I can bring out a Sage or maybe a Swordswoman, but really if Queen dies, you just bring out another Queen, because she's 6, so you just bring out another 6. So yeah, this card's really good. You also get a plus 200 attack and just attack, yeah. 200 attack boost, so that's really good with the spell here. 3 Calls. Call is the main card that you want to get. You're just going to search it off with a Princess, so then you can search out whatever you want with it. Just adds an Amazonas card to your hand. It also has an effect that if you banish it, you can make an Amazonas monster attack multiple times, but that monster can only attack. So you just do the Swordswoman here, and then you'll just keep crashing into things. And yeah, that's pretty much like how the combo kind of works on that part. 2 polymerizations. You need it for the fusion monsters. They're not even that amazing, but just they're two in here. You know, they have a decent effect, I'll say, the fusion monsters. So yeah, just 2 to make them. 1 spirit. If you want, you can side like another one in case people's monsters are just bigger than yours and you just want to beat over them all the time. Sometimes it's a helpful strategy. It's just, this card's good because I can search it. So that's why if you want to side in another one and maybe get rid of a polymerization or something, that's always an idea, because this card's helpful by making your Amazonas monsters gain 1,000 attack during the damage calculation. But only if they attack a monster that's bigger than them. 1 MST. There's not 100% of a point of really running this, but in case of a skill drain or something, you play this. Otherwise, I just rely on the Sage, and then I just use Call to Search Sage, and then, yeah, I could just pop Spell and Traps, so it's decent. 1 Rhoda, they're all warriors, so just search one of them out. You know, you can add a princess or something, and then boom, you got Amazonas Call. 1 Twin Twisters, you can just discard the baby tiger or tiger in your hand if you want, just to pop 2. Again, I just search out Sage, but if things maybe are going a little too slow, you got Twin Twisters here at least, in case. So, yeah, that's all the spells. The trap cards, we got 3 of the Onslaught. Onslaught's amazing. During the battle phase, you can special summon an Amazonas monster from your hand, and that's once per turn, so that means you can do it during your turn, your opponent's turn, whenever you get a chance. During the, well, it gains 500 attack to the monster that's special summoned, so that's really good. If an Amazonas monster battles another monster, you can banish their monster, so that's pretty dope. So pretty much you can combo it with the Amazonas Call by banishing it, making Swordswoman attack all monsters, and then after that just banishing all of them to clear your opponent's board. So this card's really good, and if your opponent destroys it, you just special summon an Amazonas monster from your graveyard. So no matter what, this card just pluses you. So yeah, 3. You might want to search this one out immediately if you have the chance, if you don't open one. It's kind of a main answer card. 2 archers. Archers can be good, but archers can kind of be bad too. So side these things out if you don't like them. But what it does is when your opponent attacks, and only when your opponent attacks, you can make all their monsters flip up. No flip effects would activate. But and make them all in attack position, and all of them would have to attack this turn. But they also lose 500 attack, so that's decent. But again, your opponent has to attack you for you to activate this, so it's a meh. It's like, it's there. It's not amazing. But it works sometimes, so I use it just to do another board clear, because then after that I just banish again, and monsters won't be destroyed by battle, so it kind of combos well. 2 Call of the Haunteds. You want to bring stuff back from your graveyard, because you'll send it with the princess to make something else come out from the deck. So, you know, Call the Haunted, just bring them back, and then, yeah, it's pretty good. 1 Willpower. Willpower makes the monster forced to attack if you special summon it from your graveyard, because that's what Willpower does. It's just, I play this card because it's searchable by Amazonas Call, because it's an Amazonas card. But it does the same thing as Call of the Haunted, except for the monster must attack, and it has to be an Amazonas monster. But that's like all these. 1 Solemn, you need the answer. Just negate, summon, done. You know, that's kind of one of the best cards. 1 Bottomless Trap Hole, and it's just an answer card. You just want to get rid of their stuff, pretty much. Okay, on to the extra deck. So the extra deck's just kind of mishmash. I just kind of threw it together, kind of, but you don't really need to go into extra deck monsters with this. It's really a combo just based off of Queen, Princess, and Baby Tiger, and maybe Tiger, and Swordswoman. So you never actually need to go into an extra deck, but it got 3 Empresses. Princess counts as Queen. You can make this with this, or with Queen and 1 Amazonas monster, And then after that, other Amazonas monsters can't be destroyed by battle or by card effects. So that means they can still frickin' beat over this or destroy this, which is a pain in the butt. But if it's destroyed, if it's been fusion summoned and it's destroyed, you get a special summon a queen from anywhere, which is nice, except for the banish zone. But it still just bumps up your plays. This thing does exactly what a queen does, pretty much. But it has a high attack of 2,800 here, and it allows to do piercing damage. Like, all your Amazonas can do piercing damage, but that doesn't matter either. 2 Ligers. Liger does the same thing as Tiger. They can only attack Liger, pretty much. But also Liger gains 500 attack during the damage calculation, I believe. And also during the damage calculation. No, wait. After the damage calculation, so this effect is total shit. You can target one monster your opponent controls, loses 800 attack. And yeah, that's kind of bad. That's really kind of bad. 1 Gorgon Luminescent Knight, just to stop targeting and stuff. I just don't want to get, like, a queen castelled, so yeah, just get Gorgon or whatever, the Luminescent Knight here, and just crazy box. I get, like, skill drain flipped on me quite a bit, so yeah, I just crazy box, just because 3k attack, and you skill drain so it can attack now, so that's pretty dope. But yeah, that's the deck. Please put a comment, like, subscribe, whatever. It's a decent deck. As I said, a couple things might need to get replaced or moved around, but hopefully this helps you maybe build a better deck of it. Okay, thanks. Bye.